As Buddha once said, happiness does not depend on what you have or who you are. It solely relies on what you think. Have you ever felt like life's challenges are too much to handle? Well, today we're going to explore some wisdom from Buddhism that can help us through tough times. But don't worry, these tips aren't just for Buddhists. They're for anyone struggling with emotions and life's ups and downs. Come along as we delve into 15 simple ideas inspired by Buddhism. These aren't complicated rules. They're just ways to make life a bit better and find more happiness. Whether you're feeling stressed, lost, or just looking for a bit of peace, these ancient teachings have something for everyone. Let's discover how these timeless teachings can bring more calm and joy into our lives, one step at a time. Number 1. Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is a profound concept in Buddhism, rooted in the understanding of interconnectedness and the nature of suffering. In Buddhist philosophy, forgiveness is not merely an act of letting go of past grievances. It is a transformative practice that leads to inner freedom and liberation from the cycle of suffering. Forgiveness in Buddhism is grounded in the recognition of the universal truth of impermanence and the understanding that clinging to past hurts only perpetuates suffering. The Buddha himself emphasized the importance of forgiveness, stating, "Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned." To forgive in the Buddhist sense is to release oneself from the burden of resentment and anger, recognizing that holding on to such negative emotions only harms oneself. It does not necessarily mean condoning or forgetting the actions of others, but rather choosing to let go of the emotional attachment to past hurts. One powerful practice for cultivating forgiveness in Buddhism is forgiveness meditation, also known as metta or loving-kindness meditation. In this practice, individuals extend feelings of compassion, kindness and forgiveness towards themselves and others, including those who may have caused harm or offense. Through repetition and intention, this practice helps soften the heart and dissolve barriers erected by anger and resentment. Moreover, forgiveness in Buddhism is closely linked to the concept of karma, the law of cause and effect. Understanding karma involves recognizing that every action, whether positive or negative, carries consequences, and holding on to resentment only perpetuates negative karma. By forgiving others, individuals can break the cycle of negative karma and create the conditions for greater peace and happiness in their lives. It's important to note that forgiveness in Buddhism is not always easy, especially in cases of deep betrayal or trauma. It is a process that requires patience, compassion, and self-reflection. Sometimes forgiveness may not happen all at once, but unfolds gradually over time as individuals cultivate greater understanding and compassion for themselves and others. Ultimately, practicing forgiveness in Buddhism is a profound act of self-liberation. By letting go of resentment and embracing forgiveness, individuals free themselves from the shackles of the past and open their hearts to greater love, compassion, and joy. As the Buddha said, "Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule." Through the practice of forgiveness, individuals can break free from the cycle of suffering and cultivate a life filled with peace and harmony. Number 2, live with intention. In Buddhism, living with intention means consciously directing our thoughts, words, and actions towards what truly matters to us, guided by our values and aspirations. It's about aligning our daily choices with our deeper purpose and vision for our lives, rather than drifting aimlessly or being driven solely by external circumstances. At the heart of living with intention is the recognition of impermanence and the preciousness of life. Buddhists believe that life is fleeting and uncertain, and therefore it's essential to make the most of each moment by living with purpose and mindfulness. One key aspect of living with intention is clarifying our values and priorities. This involves reflecting on what truly matters to us, what brings us fulfillment and meaning, and what we aspire to achieve in our lives. By gaining clarity about our values, we can make decisions that are in alignment with our deepest aspirations, leading to a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose. Living with intention also involves setting goals and intentions that are in harmony with our values. Instead of merely reacting to circumstances or going through the motions of life, we actively pursue goals that reflect our aspirations and contribute to our growth and well-being. This may involve setting specific, measurable goals in various areas of our lives, such as career, relationships, health, and personal development. Another essential aspect of living with intention is practicing mindfulness in our daily activities. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can become more attuned to our intentions and make conscious choices that are in alignment with our values and aspirations. Living with intention also requires taking responsibility for our choices and actions. Instead of blaming external circumstances or others for our circumstances, we take ownership of our lives and empower ourselves to create positive change. This involves cultivating a mindset of accountability and resilience, recognizing that we have the power to shape our destinies through our intentions and actions. Moreover, living with intention involves cultivating gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. Instead of constantly striving for future goals or dwelling on past regrets, we learn to fully embrace and savor the richness of each moment, recognizing the beauty and blessings that surround us. Living with intention in Buddhism is about living consciously, purposefully, and authentically. It's about aligning our thoughts, words, and actions with our deepest values and aspirations, and embracing each moment with mindfulness and gratitude. By living with intention, we can create a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and in harmony with our true selves. Number 3. Cultivate generosity. Generosity is a fundamental virtue in Buddhism, rooted in the principle of compassion and interconnectedness. It is the practice of giving freely and selflessly without expecting anything in return, and it is considered a powerful means of cultivating positive qualities such as kindness, compassion, and joy. Generosity in Buddhism is not limited to material giving, but encompasses all forms of giving, including giving of one's time, attention, skills, and even forgiveness and understanding. It is a way of opening the heart and connecting with others on a deep level, transcending the boundaries of self and other. One of the central teachings of Buddhism is the importance of overcoming selfishness and cultivating a spirit of generosity. The Buddha himself was a model of generosity, freely giving of his teachings, time, and resources to all who sought his guidance. He often emphasized the joy and liberation that comes from giving, stating, "Generosity brings happiness at every stage of its expression." We experience joy in forming the intention to be generous. Practicing generosity in Buddhism involves cultivating a generous mindset and actively seeking opportunities to give. This may involve acts of charity and philanthropy, such as donating to those in need or volunteering for charitable organizations. However, generosity is not limited to grand gestures. Even small acts of kindness and generosity can have a profound impact on others and bring joy to both the giver and receiver. Moreover, cultivating generosity in Buddhism involves overcoming the obstacles of attachment and selfishness. It requires letting go of the mindset of scarcity and recognizing the abundance that exists in the world. By cultivating a spirit of generosity, individuals can break free from the cycle of craving and dissatisfaction and experience a deep sense of fulfillment and contentment. One powerful practice for cultivating generosity in Buddhism is the practice of dana, or giving. Dana involves giving freely and generously to support the spiritual teachings and community. It is considered one of the fundamental virtues in Buddhism and is seen as a means of purifying the mind and cultivating wholesome qualities. Additionally, cultivating generosity in Buddhism involves practicing gratitude and appreciation for the generosity of others. By recognizing the kindness and generosity that we have received from others, we can cultivate a sense of humility and gratitude, which in turn motivates us to be more generous towards others. Cultivating generosity in Buddhism is about cultivating a heart of compassion and kindness towards all beings. It is a practice that not only benefits others, but also brings joy, fulfillment, and liberation to the giver. By cultivating generosity, individuals can cultivate positive qualities such as compassion, kindness, and joy, and contribute to creating a more compassionate and harmonious world. Number 4. Practice self-reflection. Self-reflection is a fundamental practice in Buddhism, essential for personal growth, insight, and liberation from suffering. It involves looking inward with honesty and mindfulness, examining our thoughts, emotions, and actions with the aim of gaining deeper understanding and wisdom. At the heart of self-reflection in Buddhism is the recognition of the impermanent and interconnected nature of reality. By turning our attention inward and observing the ever-changing nature of our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, we come to realize the transient and conditioned nature of our existence. This insight helps to loosen the grip of attachment and aversion, leading to greater freedom and liberation from suffering. Self-reflection in Buddhism involves cultivating mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without judgment. Through mindfulness, we can observe the fluctuations of our mind with clarity and objectivity, gaining insight into the causes and conditions that give rise to our thoughts and emotions. One of the key benefits of self-reflection in Buddhism is the cultivation of self-awareness. By observing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors with mindfulness, we become more attuned to the patterns and tendencies of our mind. This heightened self-awareness allows us to recognize unwholesome habits and tendencies that may be causing suffering and to cultivate more positive qualities such as kindness, compassion, and wisdom. Self-reflection in Buddhism also involves examining our actions and intentions with honesty and integrity. This includes reflecting on the ethical implications of our actions and the consequences they have on ourselves and others. By taking responsibility for our actions and their consequences, we can cultivate greater mindfulness and integrity in our interactions with the world. Moreover, self-reflection in Buddhism involves reflecting on the nature of the self and the illusion of separateness. By investigating the nature of the self with mindfulness and insight, we come to realize that the self is a construct of the mind, devoid of inherent existence. This insight into the emptiness of self leads to a profound shift in perspective, freeing us from the egocentric view of the world and opening our hearts to the interconnectedness of all beings. One powerful practice for cultivating self-reflection in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a space for quiet contemplation and self-inquiry, allowing us to observe the movements of our mind with clarity and insight. Through regular meditation practice, we can develop the skills of mindfulness and self-awareness, deepening our understanding of ourselves and the nature of reality. Self-reflection in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater self-awareness, wisdom, and liberation from suffering. By turning our attention inward with mindfulness and insight, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, leading to greater peace, clarity, and freedom. Number 5. Foster equanimity. Equanimity is a profound concept in Buddhism, referring to a state of inner balance, calmness, and non-reactivity in the face of life's ups and downs. It is the ability to remain steady and undisturbed by external circumstances, whether pleasant or unpleasant, and is considered a key factor in achieving true happiness and liberation from suffering. At its core, equanimity in Buddhism is rooted in the understanding of impermanence and the ever-changing nature of reality. By recognizing that all phenomena are transient and subject to change, we come to understand that clinging to pleasant experiences or resisting unpleasant ones only leads to suffering. Equanimity involves accepting the flow of life with an open and balanced heart, without being swept away by the fluctuations of pleasure and pain. One of the key benefits of fostering equanimity in Buddhism is the cultivation of inner peace and stability. By developing equanimity, we can remain grounded and centered amidst the turbulence of life, maintaining a sense of calm and clarity even in the midst of challenging situations. This inner peace allows us to respond to life's difficulties with wisdom and compassion rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or aversion. Fostering equanimity in Buddhism involves cultivating mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. Through mindfulness, we can observe the arising and passing away of thoughts and emotions with clarity and objectivity without becoming entangled in them. This mindful awareness helps to create space between stimulus and response, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with greater wisdom and skillfulness. Another important aspect of fostering equanimity in Buddhism is the cultivation of acceptance and non-attachment. Equanimity involves accepting things as they are, without grasping for what we desire or pushing away what we dislike. By letting go of attachment to outcomes and preferences, we can free ourselves from the tyranny of desire and aversion and find peace in the midst of life's uncertainties. Moreover, fostering equanimity in Buddhism involves cultivating a sense of interconnectedness and compassion for all beings. By recognizing the common humanity that unites us all, we can develop a deep sense of empathy and compassion for others, regardless of their circumstances. This sense of interconnectedness helps to dissolve the barriers of self and other, leading to greater harmony and unity in the world. One powerful practice for fostering equanimity in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a space for quiet contemplation and inner reflection, allowing us to cultivate a sense of calm and equanimity in the midst of life's challenges. Through regular meditation practice, we can train the mind to remain steady and balanced, even in the face of adversity. Fostering equanimity in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater peace, clarity, and freedom. By cultivating mindfulness, acceptance, and compassion, we can develop a deep sense of inner balance and stability, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and wisdom. Number 6. Cultivate patience. Patience is a virtue highly esteemed in Buddhism, seen as an essential quality on the path to enlightenment and liberation from suffering. It is the ability to remain calm, composed, and tolerant in the face of difficulties, delays, or provocation, without becoming agitated or reactive. At its core, cultivating patience in Buddhism is rooted in the understanding of impermanence and the law of karma. Buddhists believe that all things are transient and subject to change, and that every action has consequences. By recognizing the impermanent nature of reality and the interplay of causes and conditions, we can cultivate patience as we navigate life's inevitable challenges and setbacks. One of the key benefits of cultivating patience in Buddhism is the cultivation of inner peace and resilience. Patience allows us to remain steady and composed amidst life's ups and downs, maintaining a sense of calm and equanimity even in the face of adversity. This inner peace provides a solid foundation for responding to difficulties with wisdom and compassion, rather than reacting impulsively out of frustration or anger. Cultivating patience in Buddhism involves cultivating mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. Through mindfulness, we can observe the arising and passing away of impatience and frustration with clarity and objectivity, without becoming swept away by them. This mindful awareness helps to create space between stimulus and response, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with greater wisdom and skillfulness. Another important aspect of cultivating patience in Buddhism is the cultivation of acceptance and non-attachment. Patience involves accepting things as they are, without clinging to desires or expectations for how things should be. By letting go of attachment to outcomes and preferences, we can free ourselves from the suffering caused by craving and aversion and find peace in the midst of life's uncertainties. Moreover, cultivating patience in Buddhism involves recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and cultivating compassion for others. By recognizing that everyone is on their own journey, facing their own challenges and struggles, we can develop empathy and understanding for others, even when they may test our patience. This sense of interconnectedness helps to dissolve the barriers of self and other, leading to greater harmony and compassion in our relationships. One powerful practice for cultivating patience in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a space for quiet contemplation and inner reflection, allowing us to cultivate a sense of calm and patience in the midst of life's challenges. Through regular meditation practice, we can train the mind to remain steady and patient, even in the face of adversity. Cultivating patience in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater peace, clarity, and freedom. By cultivating mindfulness, acceptance, and compassion, we can develop a deep sense of inner peace and resilience, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and wisdom. Number 7. Letting go of ego. Letting go of ego is a central teaching in Buddhism, emphasizing the importance of transcending the illusion of a fixed and separate self. In Buddhism, ego is viewed as the root cause of suffering, as it leads to attachment, aversion, and a distorted view of reality. At its core, letting go of ego in Buddhism involves recognizing the impermanent and interconnected nature of all phenomena. The Buddha taught that the self is not a fixed and permanent entity, but rather a construct of the mind, devoid of inherent existence. By letting go of attachment to the self, we can free ourselves from the cycle of craving and aversion and experience true freedom and liberation. One of the key benefits of letting go of ego in Buddhism is the cultivation of humility and openness. Ego often leads to a sense of pride, arrogance, and self-importance, which creates barriers to genuine connection and understanding with others. By letting go of ego, we can cultivate a sense of humility and openness, allowing us to connect more deeply with others and to see beyond the limitations of our own perspective. Letting go of ego in Buddhism also involves cultivating self-awareness and introspection. By examining our thoughts, feelings, and actions with mindfulness and honesty, we can become aware of the ways in which ego manifests in our lives. This self-awareness allows us to recognize the ego's influence and to let go of its grip, leading to greater clarity and insight. Moreover, letting go of ego in Buddhism involves cultivating compassion and empathy for others. By recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and the shared experience of suffering, we can develop empathy and understanding for others, even those who may challenge or threaten our sense of self. This sense of interconnectedness helps to dissolve the barriers of ego and to foster greater harmony and compassion in our relationships. One powerful practice for letting go of ego in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a space for quiet contemplation and inner reflection, allowing us to observe the movements of the mind with clarity and objectivity. Through meditation, we can cultivate a sense of detachment from the ego's influence, allowing us to experience a deeper sense of peace and liberation. Letting go of ego in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater freedom, compassion, and insight. By recognizing the impermanent and interconnected nature of all phenomena, we can let go of attachment to the self and experience true liberation from suffering. Through mindfulness, self-awareness, and compassion, we can cultivate a sense of humility and openness, allowing us to connect more deeply with others and to live with greater wisdom and compassion. Number 8. Embrace change. Embracing change is a fundamental teaching in Buddhism, reflecting the understanding of impermanence as a natural and inevitable aspect of life. In Buddhism, change is not something to be feared or resisted, but rather embraced as an opportunity for growth, transformation, and liberation from suffering. At its core, embracing change in Buddhism involves recognizing the impermanent nature of all phenomena. The Buddha taught that everything in the world is subject to change, including our thoughts, emotions, bodies, and the world around us. By embracing change, we can cultivate a sense of acceptance and equanimity, allowing us to flow with the ever-changing currents of life rather than resisting or clinging to them. One of the key benefits of embracing change in Buddhism is the cultivation of resilience and adaptability. Change is an inherent part of life, and learning to adapt to change allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. By embracing change, we can develop the resilience to bounce back from setbacks and the flexibility to adjust our course as needed, leading to greater peace and well-being. Embracing change in Buddhism also involves letting go of attachment to fixed ideas, expectations, and outcomes. The Buddha taught that attachment is the root cause of suffering, as it leads to craving, aversion, and dissatisfaction. By letting go of attachment to how things should be, we can open ourselves up to the possibilities of the present moment and find joy and contentment in the midst of change. Moreover, embracing change in Buddhism involves cultivating mindfulness and presence in the moment. By being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations, we can experience each moment as it arises, without being caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. Mindfulness allows us to embrace change with an open heart and a clear mind, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and compassion. One powerful practice for embracing change in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a space for quiet reflection and inner exploration, allowing us to cultivate a sense of peace and acceptance in the midst of change. Through meditation, we can develop the skills to observe the impermanent nature of our thoughts and emotions, and to let go of attachment to fixed ideas and identities. In essence, embracing change in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater freedom, resilience, and peace of mind. By recognizing the impermanent nature of all phenomena and learning to adapt to life's ever-changing circumstances, we can cultivate a sense of acceptance, equanimity, and joy, allowing us to live with greater ease and grace. Number 9. Seek wisdom. Seeking wisdom is a core principle in Buddhism, reflecting the belief in the transformative power of knowledge and understanding. In Buddhism, wisdom is not merely intellectual knowledge, but rather a deep insight into the nature of reality and the causes of suffering and liberation. At its core, seeking wisdom in Buddhism involves a commitment to learning and self-inquiry. The Buddha himself emphasized the importance of seeking wisdom, stating, "He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened." This statement underscores the importance of both external knowledge and self-awareness in the pursuit of wisdom. One of the key benefits of seeking wisdom in Buddhism is the cultivation of understanding and insight. Wisdom allows us to see beyond the surface of things and to discern the deeper truths that lie beneath. By seeking wisdom, we can gain insight into the causes of suffering and the path to liberation, leading to greater clarity, peace, and well-being. Seeking wisdom in Buddhism also involves cultivating an open and curious mind. The Buddha encouraged his followers to question, investigate, and inquire deeply into the nature of reality and the teachings of Buddhism. By approaching life with an open mind and a spirit of inquiry, we can uncover hidden truths and expand our understanding of the world around us. Moreover, seeking wisdom in Buddhism involves studying the teachings of the Buddha and other wise teachers. The Buddhist scriptures contain a wealth of wisdom teachings, including the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, and the teachings on impermanence, suffering, and non-self. By studying these teachings with sincerity and diligence, we can deepen our understanding of the nature of reality and the path to liberation. One powerful practice for seeking wisdom in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a space for quiet reflection and inner exploration, allowing us to connect with our inner wisdom and insight. Through meditation, we can develop the clarity of mind and depth of understanding necessary to see things as they truly are and to cultivate wisdom in our lives. Seeking wisdom in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater understanding, insight, and liberation. By approaching life with an open mind and a spirit of inquiry, studying the teachings of the Buddha, and cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness through meditation, we can uncover hidden truths, transcend ignorance, and experience greater peace, clarity, and freedom. Number 10. Seek wisdom. Seeking wisdom is a fundamental pursuit in Buddhism, embodying the quest for deeper understanding and insight into the nature of existence and human experience. It involves a deliberate and earnest effort to acquire knowledge, gain insight, and cultivate discernment in order to navigate life's complexities with clarity and wisdom. At its essence, seeking wisdom in Buddhism is grounded in the recognition that true understanding leads to liberation from suffering. The teachings of the Buddha emphasize the importance of cultivating wisdom as a means to transcend ignorance and delusion, which are seen as the root causes of human suffering. One of the key aspects of seeking wisdom in Buddhism is the cultivation of an open and inquisitive mind. It involves questioning assumptions, challenging beliefs, and exploring the nature of reality with curiosity and humility. By approaching life with a spirit of inquiry, individuals can uncover deeper truths and broaden their perspectives, leading to greater wisdom and understanding. Seeking wisdom in Buddhism also entails studying and contemplating the teachings of the Buddha and other wise beings. The Buddhist scriptures contain a vast repository of teachings on topics such as impermanence, suffering, karma, and the path to liberation. By engaging with these teachings through study, reflection, and meditation, individuals can deepen their understanding of the nature of reality and the human condition. Moreover, seeking wisdom involves cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness. Mindfulness, The practice of being fully present and aware of one's thoughts, feelings and sensations allows individuals to observe their inner workings with clarity and objectivity. Through mindfulness, individuals can gain insight into the workings of their minds, uncovering habitual patterns of thought and behavior that may contribute to suffering. One powerful practice for seeking wisdom in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a platform for quiet reflection and inner exploration, allowing individuals to connect with their inner wisdom and insight. By cultivating a regular meditation practice, individuals can develop mental clarity, emotional stability, and spiritual insight, leading to greater wisdom and understanding. Seeking wisdom in Buddhism is a lifelong journey of discovery and self-discovery. It involves cultivating an open mind, studying the teachings of the Buddha, practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, and engaging in contemplative practices such as meditation. Through these practices, individuals can deepen their understanding of themselves and the world around them, leading to greater clarity, compassion, and wisdom in their lives. Number 11. Practice detachment. In Buddhism, detachment is a fundamental concept that involves letting go of attachment to desires, possessions, and outcomes. It is the practice of cultivating a mindset of non-attachment, where one remains unaffected by the fluctuations of the external world and finds inner peace and freedom from suffering. At its core, practicing detachment in Buddhism is rooted in the recognition of the impermanent nature of all things. The Buddha taught that attachment to transient phenomena leads to suffering, as it creates a sense of craving, clinging, and dissatisfaction. By letting go of attachment and embracing the impermanent nature of reality, individuals can find liberation from suffering and experience greater peace and contentment. One of the key benefits of practicing detachment in Buddhism is the cultivation of inner peace and equanimity. Detachment allows individuals to release the grip of desire and aversion, freeing them from the roller coaster of emotions that arise from attachment to outcomes. By cultivating a mindset of non-attachment, individuals can remain steady and composed amidst life's challenges and uncertainties, experiencing a deeper sense of calm and stability. Practicing detachment in Buddhism also involves letting go of identification with the ego or the sense of self. The Buddha taught that the belief in a fixed and separate self is an illusion that leads to suffering. By relinquishing attachment to the ego and recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings, individuals can transcend the narrow confines of self-interest and experience a sense of oneness with the world. Moreover, practicing detachment involves cultivating mindfulness and awareness of one's thoughts, emotions, and actions. Mindfulness allows individuals to observe their inner workings with clarity and objectivity, helping them to recognize the patterns of attachment and craving that lead to suffering. Through mindfulness practice, individuals can develop the capacity to let go of attachment in the present moment and find peace and contentment in the here and now. One powerful practice for cultivating detachment in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a space for quiet reflection and inner exploration, allowing individuals to observe the fluctuations of the mind and cultivate a sense of detachment from the stream of thoughts and emotions. By practicing meditation regularly, individuals can develop greater clarity, insight, and equanimity, leading to a deeper understanding of the nature of attachment and the path to liberation. Practicing detachment in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater peace, freedom, and happiness. By letting go of attachment to desires, possessions, and outcomes, individuals can experience a profound sense of inner peace and contentment, independent of external circumstances. Through mindfulness, awareness, and meditation, individuals can cultivate a mindset of non-attachment and find liberation from suffering in the present moment. Number 12. Cultivate joy. Cultivating joy is a central aspect of Buddhist practice, reflecting the belief that true happiness arises from within and can be cultivated through intentional effort and mindfulness. In Buddhism, joy is not merely an ephemeral feeling dependent on external circumstances, but a deep-seated sense of contentment and well-being that arises from cultivating positive qualities of mind and heart. At its core, cultivating joy in Buddhism involves training the mind to focus on positive experiences and qualities rather than dwelling on negativity or discontent. The Buddha taught that joy arises from wholesome states of mind, such as generosity, gratitude, compassion, and loving kindness. By intentionally cultivating these qualities, individuals can create the conditions for joy to arise naturally in their lives. One of the key benefits of cultivating joy in Buddhism is the cultivation of inner peace and well-being. Joy arises from a mind that is free from craving, aversion, and delusion, and is characterized by a deep sense of contentment and fulfillment. By cultivating joy, individuals can find happiness and satisfaction in the present moment, regardless of external circumstances. Cultivating joy in Buddhism also involves practicing mindfulness and gratitude. Mindfulness allows individuals to become fully present and aware of the beauty and richness of each moment, cultivating a deep sense of appreciation for the simple pleasures of life. By practicing gratitude, individuals can cultivate a mindset of appreciation and abundance, recognizing the blessings and opportunities that abound in their lives. Moreover, cultivating joy involves letting go of attachment to desires and outcomes. The Buddha taught that craving and attachment are the root causes of suffering, leading to dissatisfaction and discontent. By letting go of attachment and cultivating contentment with what is, individuals can experience a profound sense of joy and fulfillment in the present moment. One powerful practice for cultivating joy in Buddhism is the practice of loving-kindness meditation. In this practice, individuals cultivate feelings of warmth, kindness, and goodwill towards themselves and others, generating a sense of joy and well-being that radiates outward. By cultivating loving-kindness, individuals can dissolve barriers of separation and connect more deeply with others, leading to greater happiness and fulfillment. Cultivating joy in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater happiness, peace, and well-being. By training the mind to focus on positive qualities and experiences, practicing mindfulness and gratitude, and letting go of attachment to desires and outcomes, individuals can cultivate a deep sense of joy and contentment that transcends the ups and downs of life. Through intentional effort and mindfulness, individuals can experience the true happiness that arises from within and find fulfillment in the present moment. Number 13. Develop compassion. Developing compassion is a central pillar of Buddhist teachings, embodying the aspiration to alleviate suffering and promote the well-being of all beings. In Buddhism, compassion is not merely a sentiment or feeling, but an active quality of the heart that arises from a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all life. At its core, developing compassion in Buddhism involves cultivating a genuine concern for the welfare and happiness of others. The Buddha taught that all beings desire happiness and seek to avoid suffering, and that cultivating compassion is a way to fulfill this universal aspiration. By recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of all beings, individuals can cultivate compassion as a guiding principle in their thoughts, words, and actions. One of the key benefits of developing compassion in Buddhism is the cultivation of inner peace and happiness. Compassion arises from a heart that is open, kind, and inclusive, and is characterized by a sense of warmth, empathy, and goodwill towards all beings. By cultivating compassion, individuals can find fulfillment and satisfaction in their relationships and contribute to the creation of a more harmonious and compassionate world. Developing compassion in Buddhism also involves practicing loving-kindness meditation. In this practice, individuals cultivate feelings of loving-kindness, compassion, and goodwill towards themselves and others, generating a sense of connection and well-being that extends to all beings. By cultivating loving-kindness, individuals can dissolve barriers of separation and develop a deep sense of empathy and compassion for others. Moreover, developing compassion involves letting go of self-centeredness and cultivating a sense of interconnectedness with all beings. The Buddha taught that the belief in a fixed and separate self is an illusion that leads to suffering, and that true happiness arises from recognizing the interconnectedness of all life. By letting go of self-centeredness and cultivating a sense of interconnectedness, individuals can develop a genuine concern for the welfare of others and work towards the alleviation of suffering in the world. One powerful practice for developing compassion in Buddhism is the practice of Tonglen meditation. In this practice, individuals cultivate compassion by visualizing taking on the suffering of others and sending them love, healing, and compassion in return. By practicing Tonglen meditation, individuals can develop a deep sense of empathy and compassion for others, and cultivate a genuine desire to alleviate the suffering of all beings. Developing compassion in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater happiness, peace, and well-being. By cultivating a genuine concern for the welfare of others, practicing loving-kindness meditation, letting go of self-centeredness, and practicing Tonglen meditation, individuals can develop a heart that is open, kind, and inclusive, and contribute to the creation of a more compassionate and harmonious world. Number 14. Embrace impermanence. Embracing impermanence is a fundamental teaching in Buddhism, emphasizing the understanding that all things are subject to change and transience. In Buddhism, impermanence is not viewed as a source of fear or anxiety, but rather as a natural and essential aspect of life that can lead to greater wisdom, freedom, and appreciation for the present moment. At its core, embracing impermanence in Buddhism involves recognizing the ever-changing nature of reality. The Buddha taught that all phenomena, including our thoughts, emotions, bodies, and the world around us, are in a constant state of flux. By acknowledging and accepting the impermanent nature of all things, individuals can release the grip of attachment and aversion and find greater peace and contentment in the present moment. One of the key benefits of embracing impermanence in Buddhism is the cultivation of resilience and adaptability. Impermanence teaches us that nothing lasts forever, and that change is an inherent part of life. By embracing impermanence, individuals can develop the resilience to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and grace, and the flexibility to adapt to changing circumstances with wisdom and equanimity. Embracing impermanence in Buddhism also involves letting go of attachment to fixed ideas, expectations, and outcomes. The Buddha taught that attachment to the illusion of permanence leads to suffering, as it creates a sense of craving, clinging, and dissatisfaction. By letting go of attachment and embracing the flow of life, individuals can experience a deeper sense of freedom and liberation from suffering. Moreover, embracing impermanence involves cultivating mindfulness and presence in the moment. Mindfulness allows individuals to become fully present and aware of the ever-changing nature of their thoughts, feelings, and sensations. By practicing mindfulness, individuals can develop a deep appreciation for the richness and beauty of each moment, and find joy and contentment in the unfolding of life as it is. One powerful practice for embracing impermanence in Buddhism is the practice of mindfulness meditation. In this practice, individuals cultivate awareness of the present moment by focusing their attention on their breath, bodily sensations, or the sensations of walking. By practicing mindfulness meditation, individuals can develop the capacity to let go of attachment to past regrets or future worries and find peace and contentment in the here and now. Embracing impermanence in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater peace, freedom, and happiness. By acknowledging and accepting the ever-changing nature of reality, individuals can release the grip of attachment and aversion and find greater joy and contentment in the present moment. Through mindfulness, presence, and acceptance, individuals can embrace impermanence as a source of wisdom and liberation and live with greater ease and grace. Number 15. Cultivating gratitude. Cultivating gratitude is a profound practice in Buddhism, promoting a mindset of appreciation and thankfulness for the countless blessings in our lives, both big and small. In Buddhism, gratitude is not merely a fleeting emotion but a transformative attitude that can lead to greater happiness, contentment, and spiritual growth. At its core, cultivating gratitude in Buddhism involves recognizing and acknowledging the abundance of goodness in our lives. The Buddha taught that even amidst life's challenges and difficulties, there are countless reasons to be grateful, from the gift of life itself to the kindness of others and the beauty of the natural world. By cultivating gratitude, individuals can shift their focus from what is lacking to what is present, leading to greater joy and fulfillment. One of the key benefits of cultivating gratitude in Buddhism is the cultivation of inner peace and happiness. Gratitude arises from a heart that is open, kind, and appreciative, and is characterized by a sense of contentment and well-being. By cultivating gratitude, individuals can find joy and satisfaction in the simple pleasures of life and develop a deep sense of appreciation for the richness and beauty of each moment. Cultivating gratitude in Buddhism also involves letting go of the tendency to compare oneself to others or to dwell on past regrets or future worries. The Buddha taught that comparing oneself to others leads to envy and discontent, while dwelling on past regrets or future worries leads to suffering. By cultivating gratitude, individuals can let go of these harmful habits of mind and find peace and contentment in the present moment. Moreover, cultivating gratitude involves practicing mindfulness and presence in the moment. Mindfulness allows individuals to become fully present and aware of the goodness that surrounds them, from the warmth of the sun on their skin to the laughter of loved ones. By practicing mindfulness, individuals can develop a deep appreciation for the richness and beauty of each moment and find joy and contentment in the simple pleasures of life. One powerful practice for cultivating gratitude in Buddhism is the practice of gratitude meditation. In this practice, individuals cultivate feelings of gratitude by reflecting on the countless blessings in their lives and expressing thanks for them. By practicing gratitude meditation regularly, individuals can develop a deep sense of appreciation for the abundance of goodness in their lives and experience greater peace, happiness, and fulfillment. Cultivating gratitude in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater peace, happiness, and well-being. By cultivating a mindset of appreciation and thankfulness, letting go of harmful habits of comparison and rumination, practicing mindfulness and presence in the moment, and expressing thanks through gratitude meditation, individuals can cultivate a deep sense of gratitude that permeates every aspect of their lives, leading to greater joy, contentment, and spiritual growth. In conclusion, as we journey through life, The wisdom of Buddhist teachings offers us invaluable guidance on how to navigate its complexities with grace and insight. Whether it's embracing impermanence, cultivating gratitude, or practicing mindfulness, these timeless principles provide a roadmap to greater peace, happiness, and liberation from suffering. By integrating these teachings into our daily lives, we can awaken to the profound beauty and richness of each moment and embark on a path of profound transformation and fulfillment. So, let us embrace these teachings with an open heart and a curious mind, for in doing so, we unlock the keys to a life of profound wisdom, compassion, and joy. Subscribe to Wisdom Diaries and journey with us towards a life of profound insight and joy. Join our community of seekers committed to living with wisdom and fulfillment.